Okay, so let's get into our main topics today. So, our first main topic is about a film that basically just so it came out. It was released this last weekend, and I'm talking about Creed 3. Creed 3, I saw it Saturday, and I saw it in IMAX. So, one of the things about IMAX, one of the advantages about IMAX is that when things are shot in IMAX, um, they just look incredible, right? So, yeah, it was I liked it. I really liked it. So this comes from Variety. Creed 3 emerged victorious with its box office with an impressive $58.7 million debut, setting a franchise record while dethroning two-time domestic chart champ Ant-Man and the Wasp. The film kicked off internationally with 41.8 million, bringing its global tally to $100 million. It's also a big win for theater owners who are banking on the good fortunes to continue in March with upcoming releases Scream 6, which is actually being released this Friday, Shazam Fury of the Gods, which is being released the next week, and John Wick 4 the week after that. Overall ticket sales are 37% ahead of the same point in 2022, according to ComScore. Heading into the weekend, Creed 3 was projected to earn $36 to $40 million, which would have been enough to establish a new high watermark for the series. The first Creed, which launched decades ago, the Rocky films in 2015, powered to 29.6 million, while its 2018 sequel, Creed 2, opened to $35.5 million, which is respectable. But the third installment, directed by series star Michael B. Jordan, and his feature filmmaking debut got a boost from stellar reviews and a strong audience score. Initial ticket buys who rewarded the film an A- cinema score were 63% male, while 55% were ages between 18 and 34. The movie brought out diverse audiences, as 23% white and 28% Latino, 36% were black, and 13 were Asian, according to Post-Tech data. Creed 3 also benefited from the pricier IMAX tickets. A huge 38% of the business came from premium large format screens, as well as better than expected turnout on a Friday for $22 million alone. Michael did an excellent job launching this film, and in doing so, offering further proof that the box office is back and ready to support this year's strong, diverse slate, said IMAX CEO Richard Gulford. The $75 million budgeted Creed 3 is the most expensive film in the trilogy. Its predecessors cost 35 and 50 million respectively. But box office analysts are optimistic about its theatrical run. Jordan stars in the movie as heavyweight champion Adonis Creed, and then Jonathan Majors comes back. So we get a little bit of backstory. It's a big weekend for Majors, who is in the number one and number two movies at the domestic box office. And a distant second was Ant-Man and the Wasp, that had 12 million, marking a 61% decline. And that's generated $186 million here in the States. Um, and it's probably going to go on to make about $500 million total. Now, I should say a couple things before we get to Creed. Number one, Jonathan Majors is just on fire right now. I mean, he is the hottest actor in Hollywood, bar none. You can't find anybody hotter than Jonathan Majors. Um, so to have the number one and the number two um, movie in the in the domestic box office is huge. Um, Nothing else you can say about that. The fact that Ant-Man, everybody that I've talked to, and when I watched it myself, I thought Jonathan Majors was the best part of the movie. Yes, the movie had problems. It was okay. It wasn't great, but Jonathan Majors shined, especially with Michelle Pfeiffer. Love that stuff. And now to see him in Creed. So we're getting both the heavy hitter, okay, literally and figuratively in Creed, and we're getting the more gentle side, if you will. I mean, until the villain comes out in Kang. Um, so he's on fire right now. Nothing to be said about that. The film itself. So I personally, I would see an IMAX on Saturday, as I said. Theater was it was I think a 140 show. It was really good. I mean, the theater was there was about 30 people in there. But wow, what a just a great overall film this was for Michael B. Jordan. I'm so happy for him, and he has come so far as not only a actor but a producer and basically now a director. And it's one of those things where he's the sky's the limit for this guy. Um, you know, I could very easily see them making a fourth one of these if they wanted to. I mean, this would be if they never made another Creed movie again, this would be an excellent closeout film. Um, I don't know if Tessa Thompson would want to come back or what you would do for a storyline, but it definitely would work. Um, and I think that it's one of those things where it's there if he wants it. This is his franchise right now, and if he wants it, it's his. Um, I think the fact that you had Ryan Coogler um, in his corner, so to speak, and really, you got to understand something. He's been working with Ryan Coogler for years, and he's one of the best filmmakers out there today. I mean, I rave about it, and there's a little movie out there called Fruitville Station. And guys, if you haven't seen this movie, go see it. It's incredible. And that's when the relationship with Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan started. And Octavia Spencer's in it, and she was remarkable too. Um, and then you go and you do Black Panther, and that's amazing. Um, and now he had a little role in Wakanda Forever, but this is his. And he really absorbed everything about the filmmaking and what he did and how he did it and camera shots and angles and it's not those are like one shot you know fights. And I can't say enough about this. Now, were there some things in there that I didn't really like? Yeah, I mean, that's nitpicking. um Overall though, remarkable. Really, really good. I mean, some of the shots, pristine. Um, I can't wait to see if he writes them. If they do a Creed 4, I would love to see him write it because I really think that he could, you know, take it to a whole new level. And that's one thing that Coogler's, he's taught. You know, he writes and directs all of his films. Now he had a story credit in this, so you know. And I'll be honest, the last thing I'll say on this is this: I didn't really notice, Sylvester Stallone's absence. This was his franchise, guys, and I really think that almost $59 million opening weekend. I mean, it's projected at 40 to 45. Um, yeah, remarkable film, and I'll be honest with you, you just he hit a home run here. This was a quote knockout, if you will. Um, but I loved it. I loved it. He's going to do bigger and better things, and I can't wait to see what they are. Um, if you're interested, go back, and I think it'll be fascinating for you guys to watch it. Go back and watch the spoiler cast between Kyle and I. We did a whole Creed 3 spoiler cast on it. We talk about everything about the movie. We talk about, where they could go from here, the boxing scenes, even the Amara storyline. Like, that was a really cool storyline to see. Yeah, guys, phenomenal. Phenomenal movie. There's a reason why it's number one at the box office. I think, I mean, don't get me wrong, Scream 4 or Scream 6 is going to be big, but I don't think it's going to be able to beat Creed 3. I don't. I think, if you're talking about a 50% drop, it's going to be in that $25 to $30 million range. I don't know if Scream 6, even with the success of it last year, I don't know if it can beat it. So, anyways, what do you guys think? Did you go see Creed 3? If so, what did you think of it? If so, tell me. Did you see it in 2D? Did you see it in 3D? I don't think they have it in 3D, but did you see it in IMAX? What did you think about Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut? Did you like it? Do you want to see him make another Creed? Do me a favor, leave your thoughts down in the comments and we'll get back to every one of